quickly tell you that today the Indians have decided to launch an all-out offensive as far as China is concerned. So therefore, what we are doing, we are going to boycott Chinese goods. Today, the Indian small-scale sector and middle-scale sector have gone together and decided to boycott goods which used to come during festival seasons. Items almost worth 500 items from 500 different companies are being stopped, and we are going to fall back on the Swadeshi Abhiyan. So that's a very good thing to happen. We have banned the Chinese apps. That is another good thing that has happened. This is given a new sort of fillip to India's startup companies, and lot of equivalent of Chinese apps have also started coming up. By following India's example, the world is also started following us, and therefore the boycott against Chinese goods is spreading to the rest of the world. Southeast Asian countries, Europe, America, Australia, everybody is talking about banning the Chinese goods and teaching China a lesson. So definitely the Chinese economy is being hit hard. However, there is one place where we have to still a lot of progress to make, and that progress is in our corporate world. Now, what has unfortunately happened is that the corporate world has somehow become so over dependent on China that they think that without the Chinese cheap goods they cannot survive. That is not the case. Government of India has started what is called as the Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, in which a very deliberate plan has been made to ensure that the Chinese goods over a period of time are replaced by other sources, because over dependence on China, especially into electronic fields, especially in the field of power generation, is very dangerous. India as a policy has now decided that no contract will be awarded to the Chinese company. Now this has hit them in a very big way. Not only this, we have decided that in the electronic industry we are going to stop them. So therefore there was a news some time back that BSNL has which was talking to the Chinese for 4G technology induction, have now stopped it. Certain orders which the Indian Railways, the metros had placed on Chinese has been stopped. So therefore, we are hitting Chinese in terms of contract, we are hitting them in terms of services, we are hitting them in terms of imports which used to come from China. Not only that, earlier days the Chinese stuff used to enter India and used to be cleared in a jiffy. They used to just come inside. But now what has happened is that we are checking every container which comes from China, because there was a lot of smuggling which used to take place. For example, if container had goods worth 10 crores, some of the people used to declare that it was worth only 1 crore, and the 9 crore rest of the goods were actually smuggled or came inside because of the illegal trade. So therefore, this was a huge problem as far as Indian economy was concerned. Now this illegal trade, now this smuggling is also being stopped. So therefore, it is definitely a big improvement. Now, Chinese economy will be hit very hard because of the boycott by the Indians. It will be hit hard because of the contracts which we are not giving them. It will be hit hard because we are looking for a replacement of the Chinese goods from countries such as Taiwan, Japan, at times from Southeast Asian countries. So over a period of 1 to 2 years, definitely we will be able to reduce this over dependence on China considerably. And this will also ensure that Make in India or Atmanirbhar Bharat will get a complete thumbs up, and we will start generating jobs in our country, which will be good for us. So all this combined kind of a comprehensive kind of a policy which Government of India is following, which is by and large supported by the people, will definitely ensure that the Chinese subversion of Indian economy will be reduced. Now I am going to stop in next about 2 to 3 minutes, and if there are any questions, they can be put in the chat, What I want to tell you is that China's economic warfare against India is not only related to, let's say, economic subversion or infiltrating into the Indian economy. It is also using the Maoists or the Nakshals to ensure that our economy is harmed. The Maoists have ensured that whatever raw material that we have in the central part of the country, especially the mining industry, is simply not able to prosper. The Maoists extort a lot of money, so therefore slowing down our economy. The Maoists carry out a lot of violence by destroying the property of Government of India and private property, thereby slowing economic growth in the four states, especially Jharkhand, Bihar, Orissa and Chhattisgarh. In addition to this, the Chinese are again trying to revive the insurgency in the northeast, and they are supporting certain groups there. So that will again, they will try and put pressure on the economy of northeast. They are also using Pakistan as a proxy to ensure that Kashmir Valley, again the terrorism starts there. So therefore again the tourism in Kashmir will stop, economic activity in Kashmir will get reduced. So it is not only they are subverting our economy, but they are also using violent means to with the help of Maoists, with the help of Northeast insurgents, with the help of Pakistanis. They are also trying to subvert our economy by using countries like Nepal and such other people, because what they do is that through such people a lot of smuggling takes place from the Nepalese border, from the Bangladesh border, from the Myanmar border into India, thereby subverting our economy. So don't think that China is only subverting our economy by imports, exports, trade war, etc. There are many unconventional ways by which the Chinese are trying to subvert our economy. So how do we protect ourselves? We have to ensure that our borders are guarded properly. We have to ensure that no Bangladeshis are able to come inside and subvert our economy and take away jobs from our poor people. Myanmar, the smuggling must stop from Nepal, etc. So this is a kind of a thing that we need to do. So in the end, if you want to stop the Chinese economic warfare, if you want to stop Chinese subversion of our economy, if you want to stop their trade war, then we have to have a comprehensive mechanism by which we hit them over all the fronts. For example, we must guard our borders properly so that smuggling does not take place from Nepal, from Myanmar, from Bangladesh and from the coastline. We also must ensure that smuggling which used to take place via the containers is stopped by ensuring that every container which comes from China is opened up so that no smuggling or illegal trade can take place. We also have to ensure that the Chinese are not given any contract in the Indian economy, and all the contracts are given to only the Indian firms, so that jobs are created in India itself. We also need to ensure that the Indian products, especially in the small scale sector, in the middle scale sector, become so competitive that they are able to compete not only with the Chinese but with the rest of the world. And this is not difficult. A cost of a product is a combination of many factors, such as the productivity of the labor, the productivity, the cost at which the land is given, the cost at which capital is given to the small scale industry or the other sectors, etc. So basically what it simply means is that the ease of doing business in India, that index has to improve, and the Indian industry, if it has to compete with the rest of the world, it has to ensure that it gets raw material at a competitive price. The labor which is working in the industry is competitive. The skilled labor, the unskilled labor, the semi-skilled labor are as efficient, let's say, as the Bangladeshis. We must ensure that the land cost is reduced. We must ensure that they get money supply at a much easier rate of interest. We must ensure that our infrastructure also is improved drastically, so that the cost of transportation from the manufacturing base to the rest of the market is improved drastically. So therefore, we have to use a combination of methods, and not only and we have to work on it over a period of time. And if we do it in a sincere manner, it will be ensured that we are able to start competing with China in the days to come. However, the weapon of boycotting Chinese goods is a very, very powerful weapon, and we must do it and we should do it. So therefore, campaign to boycott Chinese goods must continue. Every person in India must understand that if he goes to a shop, how does he recognize the Chinese goods? The government of India has now made it compulsory that whichever is the country of manufacture, that must be written there. Not only that, the barcode of the Chinese is different than the barcode of other countries. We must understand that. We must ensure that Swadeshi Bharat Abhiyan is given a big boost. There are a lot of Swadeshi Bharat Abhiyan, many institutions which are coming through that. They have created an app. Not only that, our e-commerce companies such as Amazon, in which they have made a tab in which if you want to buy only the Indian goods, that facility is available to you. So therefore, we have to ensure that we compete China, we fight with China on many fronts, and if we do it over a period of time, then we will be able to win this battle against China. It requires a cooperation from 130 crore Indians. It requires a cooperation from common people, from the corporate world, from the shopkeepers, so that we stand united and fight this economic challenge which comes from China. I'll stop here and see you again next week on some similar kind of a issue, say like propaganda warfare or other issues. Thank you very much.